So you know we've got a similar question. In a jar of coins there are 20 more nickels than quarters. The amount of money in nickels equals the amount of money in quarters. How many quarters are in the jar? So the value of a nickel in terms of dollars is 0.05. Value of a quarter is 0.25. We're going to let Q equal the number of quarters, and then we're also going to complete the table. So the value of each coin, we just said nickels was this, and quarters was that. And we're saying that we're going to let Q equal the number of quarters. So the number of quarters here is Q. It says there are 20 more nickels than quarters. So that means that quarters plus 20 gives you the number of nickels. In order to calculate the total value of the nickels and the total value of the quarters, we multiply these together and these together. So 0.05 times Q plus 20 and 0.25 Q. That will give me how much money there is in quarters, and this will give me how much money there is in nickels. It says that the amount of money in nickels is equal to the amount of money in quarters, so we're going to make those equal. So 0.05 times Q plus 20 is equal to 0.25 Q. That's the equation that we're working with that we need to solve for Q, and then run through the process to make sure everything works. So let's do that. We've got to use the distributive property here on the left-hand side. So 0.05 times Q is the first term, and then we're adding 0.05 times 20. And that's just going to equal the right side of 0.25Q. So I can leave the 0.05Q alone. 0.05 times 20 actually works out to be 1. And that is now equal to 0.25Q. So now I have to group my like terms. I've got a Q over here and a Q over here, and then I've got a constant here. So I'm going to move this 0.05Q over to the other side, which means I'm going to subtract 0.05Q from both sides. That keeps both sides balanced. So on the left side, these two cancel each other out, leaving me with a 1. And on the right hand side, 0.25 minus 0.05 leaves me with 0.20Q. So now to continue getting Q by itself, this is times 0.2, so I'm going to divide by 0.20 on both sides. And when you do that, 5 is equal to Q. So what that tells us is that there are 5 quarters. If there are 5 quarters, then we know that 5 plus 20 is the number of nickels, so there are 25 nickels. We can calculate the value of each of those. 5 quarters times 0.25 is equal to $1.25. And 25 nickels is also equal to $1.25. So we've confirmed that those match, so we're good. So the question was, how many quarters are in the jar? So there are 5 quarters in the jar. When you're faced with a word problem, always summarize your answer with a sentence. That's important. So that's the show you know.